Welcome back to Store to Watch Weekend Box Office. Let's just dive right into it. Now, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker holds on to number one in week 3. They bring in $33.7 million for their weekend haul. They're down almost 54% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $450.7 million, and its worldwide is sitting at $918.7 million. And then coming to number 2 this week, we've got Jumanji The Next Level. They bring in $26.5 million for their weekend haul. They're down almost 25% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $236.2 million. It's worldwide is sitting at $610.2 million. And then coming to number 3 this week, we've got Little Women. They bring in $13.5 million for their weekend haul. They're down 19% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $60 million, and its worldwide is sitting at $84.4 million. And coming in number 4 and debuting on the chart is the remake, The Grudge, bringing in $11.3 million for their weekend haul. That's their total domestic as of right now. Its worldwide is sitting at $17.1 million. And rounding out our top 5, we got Frozen 2. They bring in $11.2 million for their weekend haul. They're down a little over 33% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $449.8 million, and its worldwide is sitting at $1.3 billion. That's with a B. Hell yeah. Now, coming in number 6 this week, we've got Spies in Disguise. They bring in $10 million for their weekend haul. They're down 24.5% from last week. The total domestic as of right now is $46.7 million, and its worldwide is sitting at $88.8 million. And then coming in number 7, we've got Knives Out. They're bringing $9 million for their weekend haul. They're down almost 9% from last week. The total domestic as of right now is $130.2 million. Its worldwide is sitting at $247.4 million. And then coming in number 8, we've got Uncut Gems. They bring in $7.8 million for their weekend haul. They're down a little over 18% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $36.8 million, and they do not have a worldwide box office as of this point. And coming at number 9, we've got Bombshell. They bring in $4 million for their weekend haul. They're down almost 15.5% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $24.5 million. Its worldwide is sitting at $25 million. And rounding on our top 10, we've got Cats. They bring in $2.6 million for their weekend haul. They're down a little over 56% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $24.6 million, and its worldwide is sitting at $57 million. Wow, that's something else, man. Now, I did go see Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker again last Saturday for my second viewing. So I have to say, after seeing the movie twice, I actually liked the movie a lot better than I did the first time. I didn't really think that was really possible, but I mean, you really had to basically really go into it, just accepting some of the things of the story that they're going with and say, okay, if that's what they're going to do, okay, sure, why not? And then just kind of go with it. You know, just pretty much like the attitude, just why not, right? I mean, that's pretty much what I did last Saturday, and I found the movie a little bit more enjoyable. Now, I still have a lot of questions about the story and what have you, but other than that, it's a good film. And I don't know. That's just, I'm going to do a spoiler review video here fairly shortly. Just keep an eye out for it. Now, everybody else on the top 10 are doing pretty damn good. Now, Jumanji is like sitting at like almost over $500 million and then what have you. So I don't know how far they're going to get. Now, The Rise of Skywalker is sitting at almost $920 million and stuff like that. So maybe in the next week or so, they might actually reach $1 billion. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Frozen 2, $1.3 billion. And I heard a report today saying that Disney is saying that this is the highest grossing animated film of all time. Now, and I also heard in that same report that they were also saying, well, what about the new Lion King? Now, granted, it's like all CG and stuff like that, and it's made to look photorealistic, but in all reality, it's an animated film. Now, I remember Jon Favreau said in an interview that it was only one live shot through the whole entire movie. So, but the rest of it was all CG, the whole thing. So that technically is an animated movie. But even though Disney says they consider it live action. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that the new Lion King, is that animated or is that live action? Let me know in the comments down below. And everything else in the top 10, I mean, Cats is not really doing all that well at all. I'm not hearing really good things about it. And the more things I see, like it just doesn't look good at all. Just doesn't look good. But That's just my opinion. Now, The Grudge is actually a lot higher in the countdown than I thought it would be, to be quite honest with you, because according to some of the reports I was hearing towards the end of the last week, not too many people know that this movie was coming. So, or at least that I know of, because I didn't hear about it myself until a show prep, to be quite honest with you. So, I don't know. Did any of you seen these movies in the top 10? Let me know in the comments down below. Have you seen The Rise of Skywalker? How many times did you seen it? I'm at 2 right now. So, let me know in the comments down below. Now it's time for Story to Watch 15 or 2. All right, let's just dive right into it. Kind of number 1 this week, we've got Like a Boss. Now, they're calling it a comedy. Now, the description reads, 2 friends with very different ideals start a beauty company together. One is more practical, while the other wants to earn her fortune and live a lavish lifestyle. Now, this one is being directed by Miguel, Arteta, starring Rose Byrne, Salma Hayek, Tiffany Haddish, and Jennifer Coolidge, to name a few. Now, I just watched the trailer for this thing for the first time a few minutes ago, and I thought it looks kind of funny. Now, when I see it, if I see it, you know what I'm going to say matinee, and I'm going to say matinee at the most. Now, I don't know about if I'm going to rush out and go see this one opening weekend, but it does look kind of funny and what have you. And Tiffany Haddish is a pretty funny actress and what have you. And it was cool to see Salma Hayek come out again in another movie. So, I don't know. It looks all right. I doubt I'll go see it opening weekend, but if I did go see it, I paid matinee for it. So, I don't know. Did you see the trailer for Like a Boss? You going to check this movie out this weekend? Let me know in the comments down below. And coming at number 2 this week, we've got Underwater. Now, they're calling it an action, drama, horror, mystery thriller. Now, the description reads, a crew of aquatic researchers work to get to safety after an earthquake devastates their subterranean laboratory. But the crew has more than the seabed to fear. Now, this movie is being directed by William Eubank, starring Kristen Stewart, T.J. Miller, Jessica Henwick, and Vincent Cassel, to see a few. Now, I just watched the trailer for the first time a few minutes ago, and that looks pretty damn messed up. Now, I say it all the damn time, horror movies are not my thing, but this is kind of more like, The Abyss or that other underwater monster movie and what have you. That was actually pretty, Leviathan, I think it was, or Deep Star 6. There's another one. I mean, those are all pretty good movies. They're kind of like horror movies, but not like straight up like Freddy Krueger like type horror movie. So I might actually check this one out. I doubt I'll go see it opening weekend. So if I see it, when I see it, you know I'm going to say matinee and matinee at the most. So, but on that, it looks pretty damn good. It's only like an hour and a half. So I don't know. Did you see the trailer for Underwater? You can go check it out this weekend. Let me know in the comments down below. And finally, for 15 or 2 this week, we've got The Informer. Now, they're calling it a crime drama. Now, the description reads, an ex-convict working to undercover initially gets himself incarcerated again in order to infiltrate the mob at a maximum security prison. Now, this movie is being directed by Andre Di Stefano, starring Anna de Armas, Rosamund Pike, Joel Kinnaman, and Clive Owen, to name a few. Now, I just watched the trailer for this thing for the first time a few minutes ago, and I have to say it looks okay. Now, when I see it, if I see it, you know I'm going to say matinee at the most, but it looks pretty damn good. Now, I doubt I'll rush out and go see this opening weekend, but I would like to this one actually looks pretty good. It looks like one of them prison, like, try to get out, like the Clear My Name like type movies and what have you, which is, there's a lot of those kind of movies. It looks okay. So, again, matinee is my highest price I'm going to go. So, I don't know. Did you see the trailer for The Informer? You can check it out this weekend. Let me know in the comments down below. Well, I don't know, man. It's been one crazy week. I mean, we're like only 6 days into the brand new year. How's your year going so far? Mine's all right so far. I don't know. In the top 10, Rise of Skywalker holds on to number 1 in week 3. Now, it keeps on dropping down like 60, 50% like every single week. So, I mean, it's kind of good and what have you, but I don't know. I don't think this is, I mean, maybe it could hold on to week 4. I'm not really sure because like the way it's going, have to wait and see how that plays out. So, if it holds on to week 4, actually, I kind of be amazed a little bit. Even though it's still got 2 more markets to open up. I believe it was like Korea and the Philippines I saw online today. So, maybe. I don't know. I have to wait and see how that plays out. Right now, week number 1 in week 3. So, 15 or 2, we've got Like a Boss. Now, I said that movie looks kind of funny. I mean, I doubt I'll go see it opening weekend, but it does look kind of funny. Underwater, that looks pretty damn good. I mean, I don't know if I'll go see that one opening weekend, but I kind of would like to see that one in the theater because it's kind of one of those movies like it was like Abyss and that Deep Star 6 and the Leviathan. Those movies are kind of better, even though they're like kind of like a horror film, but they're more like a sci-fi fantasy like type thing and what have you. And those are usually better in the theater and what have you, especially with the surround sound and stuff like that going on nowadays. So I think this would be, might want to see this one in the theater. So I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that one. The Informer, that looks pretty good. Now that one guy, the Kenna guy, he was like in the Suicide Squad, I believe. So it's kind of cool to see him in something else, right? So I don't know. That one looks like something I'd much rather catch for for $2. So I don't know. That's just me. The release date for the Clone Wars Season 7 is going to be February 17th. Now, I don't know whether or not they're going to drop the whole entire season down all at once, or if they're going to pull like a whole thing like they did with The Mandalorian and only do one episode a week. I kind of hope they do the one episode a week because it kind of helps build like the momentum and stuff like that. It gets people talking and what have you. So, and I'm kind of hoping that we get more than just 8 episodes. And I'm going to be a little greedy. I'm kind of hoping it's a longer than a half hour. But if it's not longer than a half hour, please be more than just 8 episodes, right? What do you think in the comments down below? New Mutants trailer dropped today, and I just watched that. Now, look, that looks pretty damn good. Now, I believe it's going to be a PG-13. And what have you done? This is the last movie from the Fox Mutant franchise that we will get, and unless this ends up being like a runaway hit and what have you. It looks pretty damn good. Now, they're supposed to be doing like it's a horror movie first and a comic book movie second. So I guess I kind of got that, but then there was like, I don't know. It looks interesting. So I don't know. You have to wait and see like the release date on that, but it does look actually pretty good. The trailer looked pretty damn good. Did you see the trailer for the New Mutants? It just dropped today. Check it out. Heard some news today that they coming from Star Wars News, MakingStarWars.net. I'm sorry. They have a story that broke kind of like today, and what have you seen it? The new movie for Star Wars that's slated to come out in 2022 is going to possibly, this is all rumor, as far as I'm concerned, unless it's on StarWars.com, Lucasfilm.com, or Disney.com, unless it's in those 3 spots at the least, it's kind of BS. Now, there's a couple other sites that I said, if it's on there, it's got a good chance of being kind of right. So I'm not really sure about this one. I normally don't report this kind of thing, but it's kind of interesting, and it's new Star Wars news. So if this is not true, which I don't know. I will be honest with you. I do not know for sure if this is true, but this is just rumor. But if it is, it sounds pretty cool. Anyway, they're saying it's going to be a set like 400 years before the events of the Skywalker saga and what have you. They're saying it's going to be right around the establishment of the Rule of Two with Darth Bane and what have you. So, and possibly in the time frame, we could see a 500-year-old Yoda. He would not be a Jedi Master, but he would be a Jedi Knight. Like he says, for 800 years, I have trained Jedi. So that would be kind of cool to see. And maybe like, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about that. Would that be kind of neat to see? And what have you in that era? They're calling it the High Republic era and what have you. And I'm not really familiar with that at all. So I'll have to get back to you on that with some more research. But this does sound very interesting. So I'm kind of waiting to see if we can get more confirmation on that. Now, there was supposed to be a rumor that Lucasfilm was going to make an announcement for their director for the 22 film. So maybe this is it. So I'm not sure. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, I mean, it is what it is. There's only like 3 new movies really coming for this week for 15 or 2. There was a couple other ones like 1917 and Just Mercy were also kind of like slated for this week, even though that they came out like a week ago. So but I think that I have no idea what's up with that. But it says online here that 1917 is a nationwide expansion. So maybe they're adding more screens and what have you. I don't see how that constitutes. You can say that you're new in 2 weeks, but I don't know. Maybe I have to see wait and how that plays out in the box office. And Just Mercy's also saying that this too, but that they were slated. They came out like 2 weeks ago too, right? So I don't know how. I don't know what's up with that, but that's kind of interesting. I have to wait to see how that all plays out. So I don't know, man. Again, I did see the I don't know, man. I did go see Rise of Skywalker again for the second time, and I have to say it was better the second time and what have you, especially if you let go with some of like just accepting the story and just going with it. That's pretty much what you had to do. At least that's what I had to do. I mean, it was good, enjoyable film to say the least. I mean, I do like it. It's not my most favorite Star Wars movie in all of time. Now, the Mandalorian ended a couple weeks ago, and we did get an announcement from Favreau that season 2 will drop in the fall of 2020. So I'm looking very forward to that. Obi-Wan's going to start filming here in February of this year, so we'll probably see that drop next year around February of 2021, maybe. Maybe we'll get some more news on the new Rogue One show, what have you, because I haven't really heard nothing about it since D23. And speaking of which, we've got Star Wars Celebration Anaheim, which is going to be August 27th to the 30th. I've got tickets. I can't wait to go. I'm looking forward to going. This is my second celebration. It's kind of it's pretty much my second kind of Comic-Con type thing that I've ever been to and what have you. So I learned a lot in the last one. I did. Make sure you have a folded up chair and what have you. Be prepared to stand in line and what have you. So now they got that whole lottery thing. I'm not really sure exactly how that works out because I didn't go to the last celebration. And I was only on the sideline, so I didn't really pay too close attention to how that lottery thing went. So I'm hoping that goes a little bit better this time around, or hopefully it makes it better than more efficient thing than it was down in Orlando, because I stood in a lot of lines, dude, for a long time. I'm pretty sure this is not much different, but they say that the lottery thing makes it a little bit better. I have to wait and see. Now, again, while I'm there, we're going to probably go to Galaxy's Edge. I can't wait for that. I can't wait to actually get on the Millennium Falcon and go on that ride. So I'm looking so forward to that. I'll try to maybe get some footage for you and what have you. Maybe I'll get lucky enough to pilot the damn thing. Or maybe unfortunate enough for everybody else, I get to pilot the damn thing. So I have to wait to see how that plays out. And then there's the, there's also the Rise of the Resistance ride. It looks pretty damn cool with the whole trackless thing. That looks pretty cool. I mean, I've seen a lot of POV videos and what have you. Still, it kind of takes away a little bit of the surprise and what have you. But that's okay, because I don't know, it's all right. And they're supposed to be adding more stuff to Star Tours. I did that over in Orlando when we were down there for 2017. That was pretty damn cool. They're supposed to be adding stuff from the Rise of Skywalker in it. That'd be pretty damn cool to see. So I don't know. Hopefully we get a lot of news at this celebration. Maybe we'll get some more news about this 500-year-old Yoda movie. At least that's what I'm going to call it for right now. So I don't know. Maybe. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I don't know. Can't wait to see. Hope we get some more news. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. See you next time, people. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching Stoner Watch Box Office. Do me a favor and click on that subscribe button so you can be notified every time we drop another video. Give it a like, share, leave a comment, join the discussion.